Sandy says read, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a booktube tag, and I think this is the 10 Untouched Books Tag. Shout out to Reney Books for creating this tag. I saw it at Cobalt Dragon, and I saw it like a hot minute ago. It has taken me a little bit of time to get to this, and we're going to actually wrap into it the ending of another tag. Yeah, just bear with me, guys. Okay, first of all, so let's see. The prompt for this tag is easy breezy. There's just one. It is present 10 books from your shelves that have been there for at least 1 year or more, and then present them. This is about creating awareness to read from our shelves, enhance sustainability, and maybe even save some dollars. Yeah, I'm all about saving some dollars right now. That sounds good. But first of all, you guys, we need to discuss the elephant in the room. Y'all are aware that I am a magazine editor, and it is a print magazine as well as digital that I edit. And I want to kind of chat a little bit about the publishing industry. I'm also a book author. Okay, I write stories, and I do have print books available for sale. Wherever fine books are sold, you can find them. Okay, so I want to dispel a couple of publishing myths that might still be floating around out there that you all need to be aware of. Okay, I need to dispel some myths. Here are some facts. How do you respond to common misconceptions about print? For example, when people say using paper kills trees. The primary raw material for paper is trees, which are a renewable resource. The trees in North America used for paper production come from well-managed forests or farms. Today, the U.S. has 20% more trees than it did on the first Earth Day, which took place in the spring of 1970. Private landowners plant about 4 million trees every day, which is 3 to 4 times more than they harvest. This gives them the income they need to maintain, renew, and manage this valuable forest resource sustainably. Without that income, landowners face economic pressures to convert forest land to other uses, including growing other crops that are more profitable or selling the land for development. In both cases, the forest is removed forever. I could go on, but I could go on. This little booklet has all kinds of information in it. I could go on, but the point I want to make is the print and publishing industry is not as horrifyingly bad and evil as some folks have made it out to be. In fact, it serves a purpose other than just getting entertainment to people. Now let's go on with the tag. The 10 Untouched Books Tag. I'm going to go over these 10 books that I have chosen from my shelf, and in doing so, I'm going to first talk about the Unread Books Tag that we did mid to late last year. Reney at Beyond Books had a tag that we all, a bunch of us, participated in, and in that tag, I posted here on the Sandy Says Read channel on September 15th, 5 books that I plan to read 90 days from that post. I failed, you guys. I failed utterly. So I listed off The First 4 Years by Laura Ingalls Wilder, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, Clarissa by Samuel Richardson, The Waking Fire by Anthony Ryan, and The Grim Legacy by Addie J. King. So those were the 5 books I selected as part of the Unread Books Tag from Reney at Beyond Books. Those were the 5 I listed. It's been more than 90 days since September 15th. I was supposed to come back at the end of 90 days and discuss with you all which books I had read, give you reviews. Yeah. No. Okay, so we did do The First 4 Years, and that review is here on the channel. We also did The Grim Legacy, and that review is here on the channel. The other 3, no, not so much. And so they're on, a couple of them are on this stack that we're going to discuss now. Yeah, let's go through the list, shall we? On my stack of books that have been on my shelf for at least a year or more, we're going to look at book 2, book 1, book 3. Is this book 3? No, book 2. You guys, I should have been more prepared for this. Book 2 of the Watchers of Astaria series by Patrick Dugan is Pistols and Potions. Let me show you that. This is an indie book that I will be reading and bringing to you all. It has been on my shelf for at least 2 years. We have already read and reviewed together Fate and Flux, a steampunk adventure, and then Of Cogs and Conjuring, which is book 1 in the series. So we have already discussed these two. This is the next one up in the series. So yeah, this one. This is the plan, is to bring this one to you all next. That has actually been a plan for a hot minute, and I just haven't gotten to it. So it's there. That is the plan. Set those right over there. Yes. Okay. Next, this one is a fun one. We are going to read Stargate SG-1, The Power Behind the Throne by Stephen Savile. I'm assuming Savile is how you would pronounce that name. Let's get that up there, and let's see if we can get the glare off of it. There you go. Yes. Nice. Stargate SG-1. You know, I'm digging these Stargate SG-1 books. This is number 15 in the set of Stargate books. I'm not reading them in any particular order. I don't have them all. I have a bunch of them, but I don't have them all. So I'm just pulling them off the shelf and reading them as it occurs to me to do so. So we'll be doing that one, hopefully. Next on the stack is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Okay, so this one was in the earlier tag that we did at the middle of late last year. And you can see that I did begin this one. I'm on page 28. I even have a little tab in there of something I wrote down for you guys. And then I got interrupted and distracted and other things were happening. This book has been sitting on my couch. I don't know for how long. It's like a fixture on my couch now. It sits next to my Petrie pillow. Petrie, my pet bird, Petrie. It sits next to his pillow. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get back into this one like immediately, very soon. I mean, I'm on page 28. Why not just keep going, right? Okay, put that one right there. Okay, so that's hopefully happening soon. Then, The Waking Fire by Anthony Ryan. This is the one that it had arrived while I was reading Silver Elite. Last, I don't know, August, last year. I was reading Silver Elite. I was not enjoying Silver Elite. And when this one arrived, I read the prologue and started into chapter 1. I was digging this. I mean, I remember standing in my kitchen reading that. And my feet started to hurt, so I needed to move on. So, yeah, I want to get back to this one. I think I'm going to really like this one when I finally sit down with it. It's a chunky one, kind of a chunker. Yeah, yes, that'll take a minute to get through. But yeah, that's on the list of 10 unread books I need to get to. Next on my stack is Christmas Bells by Jennifer. And I have tried to pronounce her name on this channel before. Chiaverini. I'll show it to you guys and you can pronounce it however you want to pronounce it. But Christmas Bells is obviously a Christmas story that I've been wanting to read. I've been wanting to get to this one forever. And guys, I'm one of those crazy people who I like to listen to Christmas music just randomly throughout the year. I usually start listening to Christmas music in September. I just need to. Today is 2/15. Okay, so it's February 15th, and my Christmas tree is still up in the living room. Now, part of that is because I haven't had a chance to drag it in here. And the other part is because I really like the lights on my Christmas tree. Every once in a while, it's nice to just plug that thing in and let the warmth of the lights just fill my home with peace and loveliness. So yeah, so the Christmas tree is still up because Christmas is something you need to experience just every once in a while. So I will probably be reading this whenever I want to, whenever it brings me joy. And I will bring that to you guys. Next on the stack, I have 2 fractured fairy tales. These 2 books have been, they've been in my home, I would say, since like 2020. They've been here for a hot minute, and I just need to sit down and read them. One is Stitching Snow. The other is Spinning Starlight, both by R.C. Lewis. Okay, so there are those 2. I don't know if you can see them or not because I've blocked the screen. Ta-da! There we go. So there are the 2. Aren't they pretty? They're just really pretty covers. But yeah, Fractured Fairy Tales makes me happy. I'm just going to wave them at you. All right, so those 2 I need to get to. All right. Next on the list. Oh, it's another Fractured Fairy Tale. Okay, so we have Ash by Malinda Lo. Another Fractured Fairy Tale that I just need to read it. It's been on the shelf for a while, you guys. Next on the stack is The Vessels by Anna M. Elias. Let me read the back cover of this one, because you might not be familiar with this one. It's an indie author, an indie book, so you might not be familiar with this one. 4 broken strangers volunteer to become the first humans in North America to join the International Vessels Program. Their bodies will host the spirits who seek to right past wrongs and earn a chance at Elysium. Disguised inside a homeless shelter in Reno, the program is facilitated by a retired Army officer, a former ER doctor, and a tech-savvy teen who tracks the spirits merged with their vessels through an ancient ritual on the Anaho Reservation. The vessels only have 7 days to succeed and to survive. But when the vengeful spirit of a serial killer enters one of them, they learn not all spirits are here for redemption. Isn't that great? Doesn't that sound wonderful? I mean, it sounds like a sci-fi thriller, okay? So I should love this. I should dive into this and just eat it up. It has been on my shelf for probably 2 years. I met Anna at the Sunshine State Book Festival in January of 2023. No, 2024. I've met her a couple years ago. I met her a couple years ago, got this book because we had a table right next to each other, and I've wanted to get to it. But have I? No, it's just sat on the shelf. So I'm looking forward to diving into that. So there is that one. And then finally, last on the stack of these 10 unread books, Tim Powers, Hide Me Among the Graves. You guys, I have talked about this one here on the channel too, which is why I've got to just stop and read it. What's on the back cover? A bunch of testimonials. Let's see what's on the inside flap. London, winter of 1862. Adelaide McKee, a former prostitute, arrives on the doorstep of veterinarian John Crawford, a man she met once 7 years earlier. Their brief meeting produced a child who, until now, had been presumed dead. McKee has learned that the girl lives, but that her life and soul are in mortal peril from a vampiric ghost. But this is no ordinary spirit. The bloodthirsty wraith is none other than John Polidori, the one-time physician to the mad, bad, and dangerous romantic poet Lord Byron. You guys, does that not sound amazing and awesome and just right up my alley? Why have I left this sitting on the shelf for, a couple of years? Why? I've let everything else come in front of it. Why? So this one is on the shelf now on like a more urgent to be read pile. Okay. So that is the 10 Untouched Books Tag. These are the 10 books, these little guys, like these 2. There you go. There's the 10 books that are in the more urgent TBR pile for Sandy to get to more quickly, one would hope. Is that good enough? You guys, tell me in the comments below which of these 10 you'd like to see me read first and bring to you in a review. And tell me, what is a book that you've had on your shelf for way too long? A book that you know you are going to love and dig and just be obsessed about, but you haven't gotten to it yet. What is keeping you from it? Let's discuss fabulous books in the comments below. Thumbs up for fabulous books we should be reading, and thank you so much for tuning in.